and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. We're coming to you today from the John Kirkpatrick Horticulture Center in Oklahoma City.
An absolutely beautiful garden with lots of room to explore. Located on North Portland on the campus of OSU at OKC, there are several greenhouses and gardens along with an arboretum and pathway to explore. We'll show you around throughout the show.
And this is a beautiful place to take a stroll on a nice day.
It is, but for the serious hiker, there's only one place you want to go, and that's the highest point in the state.
And with that, Jennifer Reynolds is now going to take us to Black Mesa State Park.
To me, there's just something magical about Black Mesa. I'm kind of a rock hound, so I love all the in-your-face geology, the rainbow layers of rock everywhere, remnants of a time before this landmass drifted away from its home in the tropics. The crazy formations carved by eons of erosion that during your stay become like old friends you almost want to wave to as you pass by. And then Black Mesa itself, which rears up out of the flatlands like a gigantic earthen whale breaching. And then there's the wildlife that springs up everywhere and anywhere. I just adore this place, but I've never been to the top of the mesa. My husband, video photographer Chris Cook, has on a previous trip for Discover Oklahoma. With our youngest, Gus, now 13 and practicing up for a 50-mile scout backpacking trip, it seems like the perfect time for a bucket list journey to the top of our state. We're traveling in May, generally the perfect time. Cool in the mornings, warm in the afternoons. This year there's been plenty of rain, but the cactus haven't yet hit full bloom. Still, the occasional yellow of prickly pear pops. The walk from the trailhead to the summit is 4.2 miles, and most of it's a pretty easy journey. But remember, it's a lot drier up here than in the rest of the state, so bring plenty of water and wear layers because it heats up and cools down pretty quickly.
There's a big green arrow, so we know we're going the right way.
Yeah.
The Black Mesa Trail is well marked and easy to follow, and there are places to rest and savor the vista as you go.
Cool. At 1 mile, you get a bench. Whew. And a really great photo op.
The second mile is a lot like the first, but then you start to climb.
This is where it gets a little tougher, so keep this in mind if you want to do this hike. That's where we're headed. We're going to go up this little hill here and zigzag around there and end up on the mesa. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. How's the pack feeling?
Feels
Pretty
good.
All right, here we go.
Most important, take your time, watch your step over the rocks, and be sure to allow yourself a few lovely, unhurried moments to stop and look around.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
It is a great view.
That's what makes it all worth it right there, huh? We're not even to the top.
Yep.
You never know what you might see, quietly enjoying the mesa right along with you. 3 miles now and another bench and another gorgeous view.
Here we are, mile 3.
Yep.
Finally, the last push to the top of the mesa. This is the steepest part of the trail, but you know the payoff is just ahead.
It's close now. Heavy breathing. Gosh, this is gonna be gorgeous.
Well, here we are, Mom, at the top.
That is, well, it's all worth it. That is gorgeous.
That is a great view.
Truthfully, what amazes us the most up here is how big the mesa is, 28 miles long, about the distance from Oklahoma City's Devon Tower to Memorial Stadium down in Norman.
I don't think you realize how big it is to not just tall, but how there's a whole world just up here.
It's so big you forget you're on top of something, and there's another full mile to the summit.
This thing, you don't even realize you're up on it. It's so giant till you look behind.
At last, the obelisk, marking the highest point in Oklahoma, 4,973 feet. If my own feet will just get me there.
Oh, there it is.
Yep, we're here.
What does it say? Oh, it'd be bad to break your ankle this close to the end. Wow, we're here.
The view is amazing. You can see
It
mountains
is.
over there.
Mountains there, and see 3 states from here.
But don't finish your trip here. It's just about a 1/4 of a mile straight south to the far edge of the mesa overlooking Kenton, Oklahoma. A great place to sit for a spell before you head back down.
You've been to the top of Oklahoma now. What'd you think?
It was really cool. Great view. It was really fun. I liked it.
Planning your trip to Black Mesa or any of the great state parks in Oklahoma is easy when you have a copy of the Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. To get yours, just head to our website, travelok.com, and click where it says Request Free Brochures.
from far northwestern Oklahoma to the eastern part of the state now.
The Tulsa Zoo is a great getaway any time of year. Julie Chin is there to introduce us to two of its new residents.
The Tulsa Zoo is home to over 35,000 animals.
There's two.
Look, they're playing! Dawson, two of them!
But two are making a big splash these days.
California sea lions, Cisco and Reyes. Cisco is 6 years old, Reyes is 5 years old. So that means they're juveniles. Basically 2 teenage boys is what we have here.
The boys are 200 pounds each and growing. Both rescues from the wild.
Cisco needed to be rescued because he was bitten by a shark. So because of that, he came here where we can take good care of it and he no longer has to worry about predators. Reyes was found with a very severe eye infection. The left eye was too severely damaged to be safe, so it did have to be removed. But luckily here, we're able to hand him all his food. He has, again, a nice, safe place to live. So they're both doing really well.
Their home now is the recently renovated Sea Lion Cove. It's centered around this 100,000-gallon saltwater pool.
We have a lot of different viewing points. We're up here at what we call our overlook. We also have bleachers for the demonstrations. We have several windows around, and of course our underwater viewing window right below me.
The sea lions put on 2 shows a day, weather permitting.
Some days we might just give them some fun toys to play with, some enrichment. Other days we'll be doing a training session. Some days we're working on new behaviors. It all depends on the day and what the animals are doing that day.
And you can definitely tell that they are young boys because they have a really fun time during the sea lion shows.
The fun doesn't stop there. Additional zookeeper chats are held around the zoo every day. They're listed on the zoo's website and activities guide.
And it's a great way to find out more information about the animals because you're going to be hearing directly from the zookeepers who are responsible for their care.
On this day, we learned about the rhinos, Jeannie and Busby.
You can sort of tell them apart because Jeannie has a really nice long horn and Busby has sort of like a thick, short horn, and they actually shape them. So sort of like you and I might choose a certain haircut, they actually will shape their horn.
You'll find them both in the zoo's new Rhino Reserve.
So the rhino exhibit is a mixed species exhibit. So not only are you going to find our African white rhinos, but you're going to find gray-crowned cranes, white storks, springbok, and nyala, all intermingling amongst their 3 giant yards.
There's an 8,000 square foot indoor space with viewing window too.
We want zoo guests when they come out here at the Tulsa Zoo to see animals in what appears to be a natural habitat for them. So when they come out here, we want them to sort of have a feel for what it'd be like to see the rhinos out there in Africa. Most of us can't actually travel to Africa, and so we want people to experience the habitats and the animals that are there.
And there will soon be a new exhibit to discover at the Tulsa Zoo, the Lost Kingdom. It will be the new home for the tigers, snow leopards, Komodo dragons, and some new species to the zoo. That opens in June.
As you come into the Lost Kingdom exhibit, you're going to feel like you have discovered a whole new land with the animals, wandering amongst the ruins and sort of discovering them for the very first time.
The 5-acre exhibit will also feature 2 new dining options.
Used to coming out to the zoo.
The Tulsa Zoo, an old family favorite where new adventures await.
Keep on coming back because you're going to see something different every time.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
If you're heading to Tulsa, you'll want to know all the best places to eat, shop, maybe stay the night. We've made that easy with the Tulsa Guide. A free copy is available on our website, travelok.com.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
I think what appeals to a lot of our customers is the fact that we do make everything from scratch.
Homemade rolls and some of the best bread around. Plus the sweet sounds of jazz music where you can catch it.
We sell out almost every single day of 20 to 30 racks of ribs. It's crazy.
And real pit smoked barbecue right in the heart of Oklahoma will take you there coming up a little bit later right here on Discover Oklahoma. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's great state parks are stocked with summertime adventures. Suit up and cool off in a lake or river. Hike the trails, dig for treasures, or play around on our unique courses. On weekdays, you can stay and play starting at $75. You get 1 night of lodging, a round of golf, and a sleeve of golf balls. Get package details at travelok.com/spdeals and come see for yourself.
Welcome back to the John Kirkpatrick Horticulture Center on the campus of OSU at OKC. Such a beautiful location. It might make a great place for a picnic one nice day.
Absolutely, and speaking of picnic and picnic food, if you're looking to kick your sandwich up a notch, we suggest a place called the Big Sky Bread Company. Angela Buckaloo is going to tell us why.
Every morning,
I've always loved bread.
early in the morning, we're talking 4 in the morning,
Let's load the dinner rolls.
the crew at Big Sky Bread is up and at it. Owner Kelly Ridgway.
I think what appeals to a lot of our customers is the fact that we do make everything from scratch. We also make everything fresh every day.
Every single loaf, homemade with no preservatives.
Just a few simple ingredients. If you look at our label, it's a lot of just really basic ingredients like this dough that I'm scaling right now, our honey whole wheat, which is our best seller. It just has whole wheat flour, water, honey, salt, and yeast. So
Big Sky makes 300 to 500 loaves a day. Each loaf cut to a specific weight, not an ounce more or less, hand molded, baked, and cooled right there in the bakery every morning.
This is Big Sky's starter yeast, the workers affectionately named Uncle Fester. He's 50 years old and makes a yummy sourdough.
Besides a wide variety of breads, Big Sky Bread also makes fresh, preservative-free granola, cookies, scones, muffins, and dinner rolls. This past Thanksgiving,
we actually bake all night the night before. And this year we did just short of 2,700 dinner rolls.
it's a labor of love for all involved.
In March will be our 21st anniversary, which is hard to believe, but when I get out of bed in the morning, I certainly feel it, that I've been doing this for 21 years.
21 years adds up to more than 1 million loaves of bread.
At 4 a.m. we'll start it all over again.
Angela Buckaloo, Discovering Oklahoma in Oklahoma City.
You can find Big Sky Breads at 6606 Northwestern in Oklahoma City. They list daily and monthly specials on their website. A quick note, they're closed Sundays and Mondays.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma,
we have some insane musicians coming through.
the jazz jam that draws music fans to the heart of Oklahoma.
We're probably the best barbecue place that nobody's heard of, really.
And we're sharing the secret of the spot where you can get real pitch smoked barbecue. It's all coming up right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Oklahoma Today magazine brings you stunning photography and authentic award-winning stories of home from Oklahoma. The only magazine that covers the entire state, Oklahoma Today showcases what we love about Oklahoma, bringing to you the very best of its people, places, culture, history, and of course, its legendary food. This holiday season, give the gift of Oklahoma Today to family and friends for just $14.95. Visit tvoffer.oklahomatoday.com.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's great state parks are stocked with summertime adventures. Suit up and cool off in a lake or river. Hike the trails, dig for treasures, tour the caverns, or settle in under the stars. Book your stay at a cozy state park cabin or lodge. Check in Sunday or Monday and get your 4th night absolutely free. Get all the details at travelok.com/spdeals and come see for yourself.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma, coming to you from the beautiful campus of OSU at OKC, specifically the Kirkpatrick Horticulture Center.
It's just gorgeous out here this time of year.
It really is, and it's a must-see for everyone. Now, what about, though, a must-listen for music fans? With that, Darren Brown's going to take us to a monthly jam session in the heart of Oklahoma City.
All right, guys, how are you? Welcome to Saints.
City has actually a very strong jazz community. You maybe don't see it, but it's been happening for a long time. So we have a ton of insanely talented players, and now that they're so hooked in, they all come through here. So I don't even plan it that much, which I guess is kind of in the spirit of jazz. It's kind of unplanned.
Unplanned and organic, much like the music itself. That's the main draw of Saints Session, a once-a-month jazz concert in Oklahoma City's Plaza District. Tonight's featured artist, Dr. Jay Wilkinson.
Yeah, I had the band director at the time, came from the high school and met us at the elementary school in 6th grade. We were heading to 7th, going to middle school. And he said, what do you want to play? And I said, drums first, and if not drums, I'll play trumpet. So there's a second, because I really wanted to play drums. Well, luckily for me, the band director already had 25 drummers signed up. So he said, well, we'll put you on trumpet. So I played trumpet.
The concert is a twofer. You get a set from the featured artist, and then there's a jam session where musicians from all over
We have
stop
some
in.
insane musicians coming through. One of the best parts about the second set is seeing who decides to grace us with their presence, and we never know.
Something else about this jazz experience you may not know, it's mostly homegrown talent.
I think most of the people here are born here, have gone to places like New York City, like North Texas, like toured with Europe, toured with the faculty at Juilliard. That's the kind of people that are in here. They're from here, and I think that's incredible. So it's guys who've come here, maybe they've grown up and they've said, hey, for me to really become one of the best players in the world, I've got to go there. And then they go there, and for various reasons, they come back here, and this is a great place to have a life and have a family. And so they're here.
To be in the audience, I feel like I'm in a jazz scene anywhere you want to find in the world. Like it's as good as it gets. And I'm just soaking every note up. And I know a lot of these guys, and so I can hear them play, I can hear what they're working on, I can hear what they've got nailed, I can hear when they're in it and when they're sort of in it, and when they're giving it 110%, whether they're in it or not. I can hear all that. It's great. Being on stage is to be able to play for an enthusiastic crowd like that. Man, you can't ask for anything better.
In Oklahoma City's Plaza District, discovering Oklahoma, I'm Darren Brown.
The monthly Jazz Jam takes place the first Thursday of every month. Saints is in the Plaza District of Oklahoma City. You can find out more on their website.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
Brisket, pulled pork, pork shoulder. We do a St. Louis spare ribs.
We'll show you where to get some of the best barbecue in the state when Discover Oklahoma continues.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide is filled with festive events and iconic attractions, outdoor wonders, and the hottest places to eat and stay. It's the perfect roadmap to unforgettable adventures. Order your free Oklahoma Travel Guide today at travelok.com.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's great state parks are stocked with summertime adventures. Suit up and cool off in a lake or river. Hike the trails, dig for treasures, or play around on our unique courses. On weekdays, you can stay and play starting at $75. You get 1 night of lodging, a round of golf, and a sleeve of golf balls. Get package details at travelok.com/spdeals and come see for yourself.
The Rhythm and Roots Music Trail is your front row seat to excitement. Hit the road to explore rock, blues, country, all of Oklahoma's rich music heritage. Order your free guide at travelok.com.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping
down the plain.
and the waving wheat can sure smell sweet when the wind comes right behind the rain. Oklahoma every night, my honey lamb and I sit alone and talk.
And watch a hawk.
Making lazy circles in the sky. We know we belong
To the land.
and the land we belong to is grand. And when we say,
We're only saying you're doing fine. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
Hey. Oklahoma. Okay.
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.
You forgot the honey lamb?
Such a beautiful day here at the Kirkpatrick Horticulture Center.
It is, and you know the best way to finish off a great day.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Absolutely, of course I'm talking about having a great meal.
And if you're into real pit smoked barbecue, I've got just the place for you in Edmond, Klemm Smokehouse. Klemm Smokehouse in Edmond is a family-run restaurant that's buzzing with business because of their different take on barbecue.
A long time ago, we knew we wanted to do something like this. We knew we wanted to have a restaurant of some sort, but we started having people ask us to cater for them. And so doing that, we would just do whatever they wanted to do. And then one time they said they wanted barbecue.
After their catering business took off, they decided to get on the food truck craze. They had a successful food truck for 3 years before they found a location for the restaurant a year ago, and folks are going crazy for their German-influenced barbecue treats.
We do sandwiches that have a German flair to them, and so we make our own German mustard. We do a take on mac and cheese that is our own cheese sauce. We do all of our own recipes. We do a couple of different specialty sandwiches that have our own brats on them, and sauerkraut, and a red cabbage applesauce. So it just has a little twist to it that makes it stand out a little bit.
The whole family is in on the business. Jan handles the event coordinating and books the food truck for festivals, businesses, and churches. The couple's daughter, Ashley, takes care of the paperwork and bills, while John, her husband, and their son, JJ, handle the food.
My dad does all the recipes and stuff.
Okay, so you and
I execute them for him.
As for their best sellers,
On the food truck, our loaded fries are. A lot of people do meat by the pound and stuff, but that's usually the go. But inside the restaurant, it's either the loaded fries or probably the Smokehouse.
customers we talked to agreed the loaded fries are a must-try.
The loaded fries. I didn't order that today because I'm at lunch. I'm just trying to eat a little bit lighter. But the loaded fries are so seriously great. The smoked chicken is my favorite thing to eat. But the loaded fries, if you've never been before, that's what you should get.
Another fan favorite are the ribs.
Ribs are awesome.
We sell out almost every single day of 20 to 30 racks of ribs. It's crazy.
But nothing here at Klemm's is ordinary. Their German influence is seen in lots of items on the menu.
We would take like a German menu item and a barbecue, and then we'd fuse them. We'd do like a jowler like we have. It's pulled pork and then red cabbage applesauce on a pretzel bun with German mustard. Brisket, pulled pork, pork shoulder. We do a St. Louis spare ribs, so we kind of butcher them, make them a little smaller, but they're really tender, crazy tender. We do schnitzel, which is it's a pork loin that we pound really thin and we bread it and deep fry it.
Everything at Klemm's is made by hand from recipes created in-house. When you eat at Klemm's, you know you're getting fresh food made with love.
Everything that we do is home cooking, you know, I mean, we try really hard to keep it where there's no sugar involved. There's, you know, it's lightly salted, lightly peppered, you know, things like that for people who are a little bit more health conscious as well. It's a fun atmosphere. We see a lot of people that we know and we love what we do, and I hope it shows because we have a lot of smiles.
You can come to Edmond to eat at the restaurant or find the Klemm's food truck at festivals across the state.
We're probably the best barbecue place that nobody's heard of, really.
And no matter where your next road trip takes you, the Discover Oklahoma Dining Guide will help you find a great place to eat. Just log on to our website, travelok.com, and click Request Free Brochures to get your copy.
A huge thank you to the folks here at the John Kirkpatrick Horticulture Center for hosting us this week. If you'd like to visit, we suggest heading out on a Saturday when you'll find the farmers market on the grounds of OSU OKC. Be sure to leave enough time to stroll through the grounds after you shop.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, get ready to saddle up and ride. We'll show you where you can take the family for an authentic horseback experience.
And resort-style accommodations at one of Oklahoma's great state parks. It's all coming up next Saturday night right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.